A wee bit tricky because a lot of doctors, unless you have a doctor that they understand the correlation or the interconnectedness between thyroid dysfunction and EBV, a lot of them it's not even on their radar. So it depends on the doctor. Even if they did say that that was a huge key factor, the thing is 95% of the world's population, hi Libby, have got EBV. So generally a test is going to show, they will say, oh, you've got the antibodies for it, which means you've had it in the past. Unless you're in the cycle of EBV where it's kind of at that level in your body that it's constantly reactivating, the tests show that, but it's not really relevant at times to how severe the EBV is in someone's body, because the thyroid is one of the first places that it actually goes and burrows into. So it does attack the thyroid. So therefore, when the thyroid's not functioning correctly, the thyroid monitors long wave frequency in the body and other organs and glands. And so when that is not functioning correctly, EBV can go to all these different places. The thing is, the medical industry, that's their job. They're just going to say to take thyroid medication. It's kind of like the only tools in their toolbox that they would have. So even if you went to a doctor that was almost like a holistic doctor and, wanted to go down that kind of holistic healing path, even then, they simply look at doing things for the thyroid, but they don't really look at eradicating EBV. Like EBV, to actually get it to reduce in the body, it's really, really hard. I can do what I can do because it's kind of in my story. I have these special gifts and all of these things. And again, I've found over time through experience of healing people that I had to always work with EBV. So it will kind of just give you a baseline, Jennifer, on where it's at. But I feel like with doctors, I very, very rarely go unless I have to. I feel like I have to direct them and I have to be very clear about what I want. And so it would be about your knowledge and kind of saying, listen, I've heard there's an interlink with EBV and the thyroid. I'm really interested to see what my markers are at, and it would bring me peace of mind to almost look at that piece of the puzzle. Can you do those tests for me? They definitely can. And it's just a case of ordering tests. You kind of have to say what you want and what you need, but you almost have to have that knowledge around it. But just by getting the tests, it doesn't necessarily mean then there's going to be this higher kind of, pathway or wisdom come in on what to actually do to resolve it. Because what happens is, the way that I heal EBV is you have to address it in the body all at one time. And often people, if they've got a thyroid issue, they're looking at the thyroid. They'll look at their adrenals, like it's even in neurological structures. So you have to kind of work with it all at the same time. So I hope that helps, but you have to direct what you want and what you need in your healing, because a lot of doctors are almost like tunnel vision to it. So it would be requesting it more for your peace of mind than anything else. And they're also really hard to read. So if you do get it done, make sure you ask the person who's done the test to actually give you feedback on it and actually tell you what it means, because believe me, they're very, very hard to read.